back, and now we want to talk about standing waves. Now this is something that you can do very easily with a piece of string or with your slinky, but you need to have someone to help you with this. So that one person is going to have one end of the slinky standing still, and then you're going to take the other end of the slinky and you're going to move it back and forth. And so you can generate one standing wave in there, two standing waves, three standing waves, four standing waves. So it all depends on how much you're shaking it, and you're going to investigate that. You'll also notice in those pictures that we have N and A. So N is going to stand for a node, and then A is going to stand for an anti-node. Now don't worry about them yet. We're going to get to that later in the lab, but that's what the N's and the A's stand for. So you're going to go to the internet and you're going to find PhET waves on a string, and then this is what you ought to see. And so I have already done this for you. Okay, now this over here is the fixed end. So this, if you take this whole apparatus and you turn it like this, then it's kind of similar to what we've already done with that other simulation. But one end of it is fixed, and then you can grab the handle here and you can move it up and down. Okay, now we want it to be set for manual, so up here it's already done for you. So it's going to be click on that. Then you can grab the handle and you can move it up and down. Okay, now the damping here is, there's a little bit of damping, or you can have a lot of damping. So this is no damping, and then over here is lots of damping. So let's first start with it with no damping. Okay, and then we're going to move it up and down, and you can see it just doesn't stop. And then what makes it worse is, let's say if you want to change the experiment, and let's say I do it like this, okay, then what's going to happen is it's going to be a combination of your previous shaking plus your new shaking. And so this is going to be called wave superposition, which is going to be in another lab. So we only want to generate one wave at a time, and so that means that what we need to do is, after we conduct our experiment, so let's put that back on 0 there, then we need to put lots of damping on there, bring it to a stop, and then we can conduct our experiment again. Now notice over here you can have the tension in there. You could lower the tension or raise the tension. We're not going to do anything with that, but you can control that using this slider. You can have a ruler so that you can measure the horizontal distances and the vertical distances. You can have a stopwatch, and then what does this thing here do? Let's see. It does something. I don't know. Play with it. But you might need the ruler and you might need the stopwatch in order to do the experiment. Alright, so now let's go back to the lab and see what we've got here. What happens to the frequency of the wave as the number of standing waves increases? So I want you to make one standing wave using your wrench. So let's go back to here, and we're going to make one standing wave. Okay, now the problem though is you can't just move this any way that you want. So you're going to have to be moving this thing up and down at just the right frequency so that you're getting one standing wave in there. And then it says to make two standing waves. Okay, so now once you got, that's pretty close to one standing wave right there. Okay, and then we're going to, let's put some damping on that, bring it back to the stop. And now we need to make 2 standing waves. Well, what you're going to have to do, and I'm not going to do it for you, is you're going to have to be going up and down with that thing at just the right frequency. And once you get just the right frequency, you'll be able to produce 2 standing waves in there. And so it's going to then look like this second one. So this is the 2 standing waves, and then this is the 1 standing wave. And then answer this question: what happens to the frequency as the number of standing waves increases? So you're either going to say increases or decreases. Number 9, what happens to the energy of the wave as the number of standing waves increases? So think about what you're having to do with your hand. So you're moving it up and down, but as you increase the number of standing waves, in order to do that, what are you having to do with your hand? What does it feel like on your hand? So are you using more energy or less energy in order to do that? All right, so now we're going to go down here to part 3. So let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about music.